Don't throw away your wilting orchid pots. In today's video, I'll show you a super simple yet surprisingly effective method. Help weak orchids, infected with fungus or rotten leaves, quickly recover, sprout new roots and become green again in just a short time. If you are new to the channel, please hit the like and subscribe button to support me and so you don't miss any orchid care tips. It's great to have you along on this journey. This is an orchid that is rotten, infected with mold or bacteria, one of the most common and difficult problems when growing orchids. First of all, don't rush to throw away orchids like this. Although it may seem like the plant is beyond saving, if we handle it properly and take care of it patiently, the plant can still recover healthily and become green again. Observe carefully. Leaves with brown spots, mushy patches, white mold or black mold are signs that the plant has been invaded by bacteria and fungi. This is a quite dangerous disease, capable of spreading very quickly to other plants in the garden, so we must treat it thoroughly and isolate it immediately. Observe the top of the tree. If you see that the soft tissue is soft, hollow or black, it means that the disease has penetrated deep into the stem. At this time, we need to cut off all the damaged parts, keeping only the green, firm and healthy tissue. What country are you watching this video from? Leave a comment to let me know. It's great that we can connect and chat with each other from all over the world. Note: all diseased leaves and tissues after removal need to be destroyed far from the planting area. Absolutely do not leave them in the garden to prevent bacteria and fungal spores from continuing to spread. In the next step, we need to carefully check the growing medium under the orchid root. Because stagnant water and bacteria mold spread down, the roots will be damaged. So many roots have begun to rot, soften and lose their growth function. If you observe carefully, you will see that many roots are damaged, discolored and no longer able to absorb water. Inside the old growing medium, a large amount of bacteria and mold remain. This is the environment that causes the disease to spread quickly from the leaves to the roots. Therefore, we must remove all the old growing medium to eliminate the source of the disease. What orchid species are you growing? Please comment below so I can build an in-depth care guide video, specifically tailored to the characteristics and needs of that orchid species. After removing all the growing medium, you will clearly see that many roots are severely damaged, with only a few healthy roots remaining. Once the growing medium has been cleaned, we will take the plant out and continue with the next step to restore and disinfect the orchid. In the next step, we will use a pair of sharp scissors to handle all the damaged parts. First of all, leaves that are rotten, torn or infected with fungus like this must be completely removed. I will temporarily remove each leaf, cut close to the healthy area and take it away from the garden to destroy it, to avoid spreading to other plants. Leaves that are seriously diseased like this should absolutely not be kept, because they contain a lot of bacteria and mold inside. Next, I will cut off the damaged roots. Black, rotten or soft roots must be removed immediately. Removing damaged roots is extremely necessary, because, if left, they will be an ideal place for mold and bacteria to grow, spreading to healthy roots. The rotten, moldy flower stalks must also be completely removed, because they are no longer able to recover. After removing all the damaged leaves, damaged roots and old flower stalks, we will take the plant out and clean it completely with clean water to prepare for the next sterilization step. In the next step, we will clean the entire orchid with clean water. I will use a gentle stream of water to spray into the crevices between the orchid roots, especially in damp areas or areas with signs of mold, to completely remove dirt, microorganisms and remaining fungal residue. During the washing process, carefully observe each root section. If you find white mold or stubborn dirt, spray a little more thoroughly to completely clean and ventilate the plant. After washing, the entire surface of the roots and orchid stem will become clean and fresh, creating the best conditions for the plant to absorb nutrients and recover. Thus, we have completed the cleaning step for the orchid. Next, we will leave the plant outside to drain, preparing for the next steps of treatment and care. In the next step, we will put the plant in and use a soft, clean cotton towel to wipe all the orchid leaves again. The purpose of this operation is to completely remove any remaining mold and bacteria after cleaning with water. After cleaning, we put the plant outside and proceed with the next step. For leaves that have been severely damaged, the parts of the leaves that have turned yellow deep inside, we need to cut them off completely to prevent the bacteria from spreading. If the leaves behind have turned yellow, we also cut them off to avoid the source of the disease from continuing to attack. For the healthy leaves, we cut them a little away from the yellow area to ensure safety and create a clean margin for the plant. Then, we continue to take the plant outside to prepare for the next step of treatment. In the next step, we prepare a jar of clean water with a capacity of 1000 milliliters of clean water. Then I use baking soda. Baking soda is an ingredient with strong antibacterial and antifungal properties, and also helps stimulate the recovery of orchid leaf and root tissue. Then, I will use a spoonful of baking soda. We add this amount of baking soda to the jar of water just prepared, then stir well to completely dissolve the solution before moving on to the next care steps. In the next step, we prepare a clean container. Then, gently place the entire root system and the base of the orchid inside. Next, I will pour the baking soda solution I mixed earlier into the container, making sure that the roots and base of the plant are completely submerged in the solution. The purpose of this step is to let the solution penetrate deep into the root tissue, helping to fight bacteria and fungi while cleaning the entire contact surface. We will soak the plant for about 30 minutes. In this step, I use rose, a natural ingredient with very good antibacterial and antifungal properties, and also contains compounds such as abonely tannin, which helps regenerate tissue, strengthen the immune system, and help the orchid recover faster. We will gently separate each rose petal, because the petals are where the most nutrients are contained and are very useful in caring for and recovering diseased orchids. We will put the roses in the blender and add 1 liter of water. After putting the ingredients in the blender, we close the lid tightly. Next, I will turn on the blender and puree the rose and orange mixture to get a smooth and uniform nutrient water, convenient for the next steps of caring for the orchid. So, we have blended the rose mixture, helping all the nutrients dissolve evenly into the water. Next, I will filter out the residue to obtain a clean and clear rose essence solution, ensuring the best quality for the treatment and restoration of orchids. We will completely filter out the residue of the rose, then use our hands or a press to squeeze out the water, obtaining the maximum amount of essence. This rose essence water contains many natural active ingredients that can regenerate tissue, restore cells, helping the orchid to quickly recover and become healthy again. In the next step, after soaking for about 30 minutes, gently lift the plant out. The baking soda solution has disinfected and completely cleaned the harmful agents. Next, use a soft, clean cotton pad to wipe the entire orchid stem and leaves again. Gently wiping helps remove dirt, mold, residue, and bacteria remaining on the leaf surface. After cleaning is complete, we will set the plant aside and continue with the next step. Next, we will pour out the prepared rose water. Then, gently place the orchid in to care for it. Next, we use a clean, soft cotton pad, soaked in rose water. Wipe the top surface thoroughly to completely remove dirt and fungal spores, and also wipe the underside to help open the stomata, supporting the process of better nutrient absorption. Rose water will help regenerate tissue, increase resistance, and quickly restore damaged areas. Once the leaves and stems have been cleaned, we continue to put the entire root system of the orchid into a container to perform the next care step. Next, we put the rose juice into the container and soak the entire root system of the orchid. When the roots are completely submerged in the solution, they will begin to absorb the natural nutrients from the rose, helping to increase resistance, restore root tissue, and promote regeneration. The standard soaking time is about 25 minutes. After 25 minutes of soaking in the rose nutrient solution, we gently take the orchid out. At this stage, the roots have begun to react very well. The roots turn bright green, the root tips are red, the root tissue becomes plump and healthy, showing the ability to absorb nutrients quickly and effectively. After checking the condition of the roots, we continue to put the plant to the next treatment step. In the next step, we use cinnamon powder to treat and disinfect the wounds on the orchid. We gently sprinkle a thin layer of cinnamon powder on all the cuts at the roots and on the stem and leaves, ensuring that the damaged areas are covered evenly. Cinnamon powder has very strong antibacterial and antifungal properties, and at the same time helps damaged tissues dry and heal quickly, minimizing the risk of spreading rot. After treatment, place the plant in a dry, airy place and leave it for about a day for the wounds to completely heal before moving on to the next step. In the next step, we proceed to treat the pine bark substrate before replanting the tree. The entire pine bark needs to be put in a clean basin, then baking soda is mixed with water to create a disinfectant solution. Soak the pine bark in the baking soda solution to remove mold, bacteria, and pathogens remaining in the substrate. The ideal soaking time is about 24 hours for the substrate to be completely treated. After soaking the growing medium in the disinfectant solution for a full day, we take out all the growing medium and leave it in a ventilated place to drain completely. When the growing medium is dry and clean, we can use it to replant the orchid. After a day, our orchid has been disinfected and the wounds have dried and healed completely. Now let's start replanting the plant. First, we prepare a pot with good ventilation and drainage holes. This is an important factor to limit root waterlogging and fungal diseases. Next, we put a layer of sterilized pine bark substrate at the bottom of the pot. Then gently place the orchid in a fixed position, keeping the roots spread out naturally. Then, we lift each part of the pine bark substrate and wedge it evenly around. Wedge and adjust so that the plant stands firmly and the roots do not break. Once fixed, the plant will be ready to enter a new stage of recovery and development. When finished, gently pat around the pot so that small pieces of pine bark fall down, filling the gaps around the roots. Next, we cover the surface of the pot with a thin layer of moss. This layer of moss has a light moisturating effect, helping the new roots to sprout quickly and develop. With this type of airy, clean, and environmentally friendly substrate, our orchid will recover well, have less fungus, and grow healthily. Thus, the process of replanting the orchid is complete. Now, we move the plant to a shady, airy and lightly lit area for the plant to adapt and continue to grow. Regarding periodic care, every 2 weeks we add nutrients or light fertilizer to the plant. On normal days, about once every 3 days, if you see the substrate starting to dry, water the base and spray a light mist on the leaves to keep them moist. Always place the plant in a cool, shady place with diffused light, helping the plant photosynthesize without burning the leaves. After 28 days of care, our orchid has recovered very quickly. The signs of regrowth are clear. The leaves are greener, firmer. The areas that were rotten have dried and healed completely. In particular, the plant has begun to push up a healthy shoot, proving that the growth system has been successfully regenerated. This is a very positive signal that the plant has regained its vitality after a period of exhaustion. When examined closely, we see that the root system has developed strongly. The old roots are spreading out and many new root tips are growing. This shows that the plant has completely revived, ready to absorb nutrients and continue to grow. The previous fungal spots have now dried up and stopped spreading, proving that the treatment process and the simple nutrients that we used in the garden have been very effective. The plant seemed to have to be discarded, but thanks to proper care, it has returned to a stable and healthy state. Next step, we will continue to maintain the care regimen and prepare additional organic and micronutrient fertilizers to support the plant's sustainable growth in the natural environment. In the next part, we will continue to prepare fertilizer for orchid care, still using roses according to the formula I shared above. After grinding, we take the mixture out and filter out all the residue. I will open the lid, then use a sieve to separate the rose essence water. Here, after filtering, we have obtained very clear and clean rose essence water used to care for orchids extremely effectively. In the next step, we will add vitamin B1 to help the plant increase its resistance and recover faster. I will take 3 B1 tablets, then add them directly to the nutrient solution. Next, stir well to completely dissolve vitamin B1, helping the plant to absorb it optimally when used. Next, I will prepare a spray bottle and put the vitamin B1 solution combined with rose juice inside. Then, we proceed to spray evenly on the entire stem and leaves, including the upper and lower surfaces of the leaves, dormant buds, and exposed root areas. This nutrient will help fight bacteria, increase resistance, stimulate recovery and new roots. We apply it periodically every 2 weeks for optimal effectiveness. After spraying on the leaves, we move on to watering the roots. Using a spoon or small cup, gently water this solution into the root area and growing medium, helping the roots absorb nutrients from the inside. Next, soak the pot for about 20 minutes so that all the roots are deeply absorbed. Once soaked, take the plant out and cover the surface of the growing medium with a thin layer of moss to keep the root system moist, helping the plant grow stronger and more stable. During the recovery care period, the plant needs to be placed in a ventilated shady place with gentle light. Avoid direct sunlight on the leaves to avoid burning the leaves or heat shock. You can place the plant under a roof, orchid trellis, or bright balcony. Thus, after a month of proper care and maintaining the right humidity and light, our orchid has almost completely recovered and begun to enter the strong growth phase. You can observe very clearly, the tip is stretched out, the stem has grown straight, the new buds have emerged green and vigorous. In particular, the root system shows clear improvement. The young root tips have turned bright green, shiny and healthy, and grow out to the edge of the pot. This is a typical sign of an orchid growing in the right environment. When I gently dug inside, the roots underneath also grew very evenly, without rot or blackening, proving that the entire root system was working well from the inside out. Once the orchid has pushed its roots out of the pot, it means that the growing medium is airy, the humidity is kept stable, and our care techniques are completely suitable for the plant's physiological needs. Not only the roots, the stems and leaves also showed very positive results. The leaves were shiny again, the green color gradually became darker, the leaf tissue was thicker and harder than before, proving that the plant was absorbing nutrients well and regenerating itself after a period of weakness. New leaves in the stem axils were popping up, showing that the plant was starting to enter a new growth cycle. All these changes were the result of us maintaining a natural, regular care regimen, combined with soft light, good ventilation, and adequate nutrition. With this recovery rate, the orchid is fully capable of continuing to produce new buds, new roots, and even preparing for the next flowering period, if properly cared for. This is the golden stage to continue maintaining stable humidity, ensuring root ventilation, and adding light nutrients periodically for more comprehensive plant development. I hope this video will help you take better care of your orchids at home. If you find it useful, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on upcoming simple and natural orchid care tips.